Hi, everybody.
Hey, hi everyone. Hello.
Anyway,
where's our other people at?
I don't know.
They're coming. They're here.
Hey, what's up?
There's Matt,
Yeah.
and we got Alex.
Hello.
And last but not least, we got the Brinkalizer.
What's up?
Mr. Brian Brink.
Mr. Brian Brink. What is that behind you there, Brian?
Yeah, what is that behind you?
What do you got there, buddy?
I got a little Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull. That's
oh yeah,
being
buddy. That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's badass.
We're gonna have to get ours together here one of these days.
Ours is still in the box.
Yeah.
Are you surprised? Anyway, I guess welcome to another Wednesday night, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Welcome to an off Wednesday where we make stuff and stuff.
Build things and construct things and possibly share secrets. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell. So yeah, we got Mr. Matt with us tonight. How you doing, buddy?
I can't complain, hanging in there, making moves slowly, surely, sure-footedly.
Heck yeah. What are you working on tonight?
I'm working on some 40K stuff, so it's a little smaller than you guys are kind of into.
Mini. Super mini.
It's but all the principles are the same. Like if you're painting a model on that scale, and then you work on like an action figure, the process and the techniques are basically the same. A little more detailed in the bigger stuff. Nobody's going to notice if I don't put pupils on a guy that big.
Yeah.
So I can kind of cheat some of that stuff, but the shading, the highlights, thinning those paints, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Definitely. All the same.
All the same.
Sure. I just know myself, I'd go that extra mile and put those pupils and the irises and
yeah, like
or I'd want
anyway. Right. If you're building an army and you got like 100 guys you got to build, it's like, okay, Trooper 3C maybe might get the love that my hero or my captain is going to get.
Yep.
There's there's like a level of painting, that they call it, the big mini award is called the Golden Demon. And that's like, dudes will spend 6 months painting something that big, and it's like every little detail, flame effects, and it can get crazy. But if you actually want a painted army on the battlefield, you gotta kind of know when to say when.
Yeah. I know, like a lot of those guys that they do paint armies, and some guys just paint the armies and sell them and all that kind of stuff. But I know they kind of take like a minimal path to get as much detail into them as they can with as little work as possible into it.
Right. And I mean, if you really think about miniature stuff versus bigger stuff, like action figures and things of that kind of nature, my stuff only really has to look good from 4 feet away. Typically, it's got to look good on the battlefield. So if it's a little sloppy here and there, you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this so long that I spend the extra time, and to be totally honest, I don't even really play. So,
I mean, I know a lot of guys that do that too. They just enjoy painting the miniatures and stuff. Setting them up, just setting up that battle scene after it's all done or whatever.
Yep.
It's
it's
cool to look at. I definitely enjoy looking at that stuff.
Yeah,
we watch a lot of what's his name, the Black Craft Magic or Black Magic Craft or whatever his name.
Yep.
Yeah, we watch a lot of him, and he does a lot of stuff from scratch as far as like game table sort of.
Oh yeah. It's a whole different world,
Yep.
I know you guys use the Citadel app, Citadel Paints.
Yep.
Citadel has an app where it'll give you every color that they have.
Yep.
And then the shade and the highlight. So I don't know if people watching, listening, or whatever, it's a good resource to kind of, okay, what should I shade this with? What should I highlight this with?
Yep. Yeah, I use that app too. You can also keep an inventory of like what you have. Pretty cool, yeah.
And actually, like, that saved me quite a few dollars, because a lot of times I'll go in the hobby store and I'll be like, I need this, I need that, and I can just look at my phone like, no, fatso, you don't need that.
I already have that.
Yeah, I have 3 of those.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And we got Mr. Alex with us as well.
Just his hands today.
Just hands.
Just the hands, yeah.
We have to talk.
They're
Do we-
jazzy,
Kind of a
though.
weird
I was
setup
just going to
tonight.
ask that. Are they jazz hands?
Right?
They are
Jazz
jazzy.
hands, yeah. Yeah, they're jazzy tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
What are you working on tonight?
Well, I'm going to try to get further on this guy. All I've done is his head so far and cut pieces for him. So I'm going to get to sculpting some of this arm to make it look less like a Marvel Legends and more detailed.
Yeah.
I filled in the peg holes so far, but I don't think that's enough to really make it blend in with my action figure customs torso and the Mythic Legion's body pieces.
Yeah.
So what are you using to fill those gaps in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm using this Aves epoxy sculpt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm using that, and then I'm also going to use that to do the sculpting on them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Yes.
the same thing if you were using a epoxy sculpt or milliput or green stuff. Well, obviously it's not green stuff because it's not green. But-
Yeah, the green stuff I haven't been able to have the same level of detail that I did get with the epoxy sculpt.
Mm.
And it could just be me, because like I just have a easier time getting the epoxy sculpt to get right.
Yeah. Well, I know that the milliput and green stuff, it stays sort of flexible, but at the same time, it's kind of, to get it to stick to what you're working on can be a bit of a challenge. It wants to stick to your hands more than it wants to stick to the plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about that ratio too, because I use green stuff, and it's the yellow and blue tube, and I find if I add more blue, it's a little bit more pliable. If I have more yellow, it'll be a little bit more sticky.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that other stuff, I've never used the other stuff, but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Milliput's kind of the same sort of stuff as green stuff. It's just white.
Yeah.
It's like an off-white color, but it's an epoxy like that you mix together.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of times when I'm doing a green stuff detail, I'll place my green stuff, and I'll just put a dab of like a little runner of super glue to whatever surface I want to stick it to, and then I kind of sculpt it in.
That's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Just like you're like, oh, this isn't enough. Trust me, it's enough.
Yeah.
Because if you put too much, then it'll solidify really quickly. So you just want like a little dab will do you kind of deal.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to remember that. That's good. And Mr. Brian.
Yo.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just I'm still working on let's see, this bowl of mac and cheese here. And
I was gonna say, what you're working on there?
and I am working on some spreadsheets, and I should be done with that shortly, and then I'll open up some bags and build some gray skull walls over here.
Some
Nice.
gray skull goodness.
How big is
What were
that
y'all
one?
jazzed up last Wednesday?
Wait,
What
say
was
again?
that thing that you were working on?
Maybe
The thing Brian was all jazzed up about working on.
I was
Something for work.
Wait, what?
Last week.
Last Wednesday was figure banging. The
Yeah.
The
Wednesday,
Wednesday
before
after that, the last shelf one. Yeah.
And you're
You were
saying
working
I
on
was
something for
jazzed-
work.
Yeah.
You were super jazzed up about it.
Oh, was I?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was though.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Last week work was terrible, but this week work is good again. It's also a shorter week for work for those of us who had Monday off, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about, Alex. I can't remember what he called them, what he
It
was
was
working
some
on.
weird thing that he was working on that was super interesting to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
His queries.
Was I
Queries.
working on queries?
Yes, that's what it was.
I
Queries.
finished my queries earlier, so. Yep.
All
Cool.
done with the queries. No
Yeah.
queries this evening.
Nope.
At least it's not a quarry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You'd
true.
be in there. I mean, you
Breaking
might
rocks.
look like Arnold. I pick things up and I put them down. Where is my hammer?
So
Anyway,
what
What are you guys working on?
There we go. That's what I was just
well,
going to ask
I was
him.
gonna say hello there, Mrs. ShelfGravy. What are you doing
Mrs.
tonight?
ShelfGravy. That's a hell of a last name. I'm not doing much of anything at the moment. I'm probably gonna construct some paper flowers for the Final Fantasy dio that we have pretty much finished except for the flowers in the 1D tough. So I'll probably be working on the paper lilies for that. I'm gonna finish up some bark for a tree I'm working on before I do that. And JD found the poison ivy figure that was like the first custom figure I tried to make, and I did not give her pupils because I can't. I'm scared.
A couple dabs will do you, right? So,
I guess.
Little dab will do you.
Yes. But she's the DC one that I
The
painted her.
multiverse.
Yeah, I painted
the-
her green and fixed her face a little bit. I
Oh,
did
nice.
carve out her hair in the back so that her head would actually stand straight up because she was looking down
yeah.
because there was so much hair behind her back that she couldn't actually look straight up. So I had to carve the hair out, and I just painted her skin green and added some details I'm still working on finishing. So yeah. JD found that one.
Yeah, it was hiding in the drawer.
My favorite one though was the Deadpool figure that I customized. That was probably my favoriteest one ever.
Well, that one's over here. It's probably hard to see.
Really? It's sitting? Oh, I thought it was downstairs. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be working on little details for dios.
So original.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Original. See, he's all clean. He's got his fresh panties on. And then that's the one that I customized. Oh.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
okay.
nice.
You're good. That way you can kind of
There's
see.
his slippers, all filthy.
Ah, I
Yep.
see.
I dirtied up his sock. Not really, you can't see that well, but
He has pee stains and skid marks.
oh yeah, there's a skid mark.
Great.
Class.
Classic, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
Too
I,
many.
detailed the belt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, his arm's all fucked up. But yeah. Anyway.
No, that's interesting. Going back to what you're working on, Chan, because I feel like a lot of the dios that I see are all hardscapes. You know, it's very rare when you see a dio that's more of in a natural setting with
Mm-hmm.
trees and plants and that sort of stuff. So I think that's really cool because that's really something I don't see a lot of.
I think that those are the little touches that you need to bring something like that to life, though. Like you can have all the hard surface you want, but without like little bits of grass or tufts of this or, bits of trees or a tree of them itself. It's really not, you don't
Yeah,
get that life in it.
Here's a couple that she
Oh,
did.
wow.
They're a little out of scale, but they were
Yeah.
test
Yeah, that's
runs.
awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's much smaller. That was just practice. I found a video on making paper flowers, and I just kind of ran with it from there.
Fell down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. I just gotta spray them with some kind of finishing spray of some sort, so the paper doesn't, because paper's just gonna get
degrade.
shitty, over time. So we'll get there.
Workable fix it.
What about a matte varnish, like in an aerosol?
It's not the worst idea. I'm curious to see what it would do to the paper. It'd have to be very gently misted at first.
I think you'd have to hit it from distance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I kind of suggested maybe workable fix it, because it's made for paper.
Yeah.
It's more for like charcoal and pencil, just to hold everything to seal it to the paper, but
it still seals paper.
It'll still seal the paper, and it'll be matte finish.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
We got some down there.
What are you working on, Mr. ShelfGravy?
Well, I was having a hard time coming up with what I was going to do today. But then, scrolling through toy pages and all that kind of stuff, I have been seeing a lot of people excited to get their teeny tiny little baby Yodas. Their childs. So we don't have the Hasbro one, but this is what we have.
Sorry, I wanted to rearrange. Okay. I had to rearrange and get the ShelfGravy insignia off of JD's face.
Oh.
And here we are.
There we go. So I have this little guy that I did. If it's gonna focus, I kept a piece of this here just in case.
It might.
Wow.
I mean, I painted this up a while ago. Like, I figured out how to get like actual fuzz on his head and all that kind of stuff. But we're gonna
Weebay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh. So we're gonna take one of these little eggs here, which this one's full of putty.
Silly?
But silly putty. Yep, it's silly. It's
yellow.
Super silly.
Putty's not yellow.
And we're gonna turn it into his little floating chariot.
It's called a pram.
It's a pram. It's a pram.
It's a pram. So I have some pieces sitting here. I have like a little, I think this was to a probe droid of some sort. I don't even know, some little stand. And then I have these little, they look like tattoo ink caps, but I think they're stoppers for some sort of shelving unit. And then these were out of some DC toy. They were like lock the toy in. I got an empty roll of, that was probably
florist
tape.
Yeah.
And our egg, I got another one. I already marked it where I want to cut it. So we're gonna turn it into his little chariot here today.
Pram.
It's a pram.
Chariot.
Yep. Oh, and I have some fabric. Some nice light fabric for the inside. Cool. So
now, was that a sculpted Yoda? Did you sculpt that from?
I did not sculpt it. No, it is someone else's sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a couple different Star Wars groups where they do custom figures and stuff like that.
Yep.
This the one that I got that from was the Outer Rim Traders.
Okay.
They are on the internet, and he sells all kinds of kits and all that kind of stuff. If I can get this thing set up.
What are you trying to do?
I mean, grab grab some of the bags out of that bottom drawer.
This drawer?
No, that drawer.
This drawer.
Yeah, just so I can show like the parts and stuff.
This?
So he's a so this. It's like a bunch of heads and torsos and stuff like that. This stuff is from Two Sons Customs. And then the light gray stuff is actually 3D printed from Watto's Scrapyard.
Wow.
This is all stuff from. This is a yak face kit.
Mhm.
So you can kind of see his head in there. Big bearded guy. But that
I don't know.
yak face from Jabba's Palace.
Yep.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that's from Outer Rims. This is all from Outer Rims. It's just like weapons, and there's a what's his name? Queel. There's a Queel kit in here. Yep, from the Mandalorian that I have to put together. But yeah, there's tons of casters out there. A lot of them do their own sculpting, or they have sculptors that they work with. But yeah, that's where the Yoda came from, or the child came from. What? Nah, floating crib thing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, Josh.
It's a
Cool.
floating crib
So
thing.
I'm gonna get this off the table so it's not as loud. And we're gonna start dremeling.
I'll
We're gonna
mute
just
if we need
cut
to.
this thing apart. See, it's not loud. That's why I love this thing. Turn that up a little bit.
Aliens are real.
They are.
Sounds like your Dribble's possessed.
I love that extender thing for it.
Yeah, this pen piece is
Money.
so helpful.
Yeah.
And that just connects to your regular Dremel head, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I found that on Amazon and had to snatch it up because it seemed like your Dremel just gets heavy over time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like trying to hold this over top, you know what I mean?
They're like super awkward, they're not ergonomic really, you know what I mean?
No.
It's just like this big vibrating wand.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of trying to cut things apart with a
vibrator.
a vibrator
Anyway.
made out of
That's
lead. But yeah, it just connects to this, and you know what I mean. It's just got a big hose, and you have this little pen attachment. Everything works the same, and it keeps the big motor part of it out of the way, and I also find it kind of cuts down on the noise. It's not as loud as the other one is.
Yeah.
Because we actually have a couple of Dremels, but
Kind of have to.
yeah, keep one in use and the other one charged.
Yep. Now, what would you guys say? Like, I guess this is a question for the group. What would you say would be like? Okay, I've decided I want to start messing around with figures, whatever size and scale, whatever. What would you say your opening $100 would be spent on?
Your opening $100.
Customizing figures, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess figures or dios, whatever.
I mean, The important part for doing figures is going to be your paint.
Mm-hmm.
Primers are big
yeah.
time important.
Paints, primers, all that kind of stuff. Brushes. You want some nice brushes. I mean, you don't have to go ham on
Expensive
brushes.
ones.
Yeah, you don't have to go like crazy with it, but you know, it's you know, you can get decent brushes for cheap. I mean, we usually hit up like Michael's Racy Moore or Hobby Lobby, and they always have like those multi-packs of
The bundle.
yeah, like the nylon brushes, you know what I mean? It's got everything from like an inch thick to like an inch flat brush to some like 0.005 needle point looking things, you know. But yeah,
An
I'd say
X-Acto
like
knife with a lot of blades.
yeah.
Yep.
I bought the kit that came in, like it comes in like a box, a wooden box, and it's got like all the different X-Actos in it and a bunch of different blades.
You get like this size.
Yeah.
And then you get like the little one, and then there's one that's in between here that you get.
Yeah, I got the 3-pack.
Because I found I use that the most.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one? The one that he's using right now? Because that's
Yeah, I use that one the most.
yeah, me too.
JD, what are you doing to that thing now after you cut it?
Right now I'm just like cleaning up the edge to try and get it as straight as possible, because no matter how steady your hand is, you're gonna have some, you know, you're gonna have a little bit to clean up. If I can get a hold of this thing. Plus, I'm you know, kind of picky, and I always gotta try and get it as straight as I can.
This is why he doesn't eat things like avocados. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Sorry. You said you're picky. I was just teasing.
Oh, I get it. Uh-huh.
Silly joke, you know.
Gotcha. Waka, waka, waka.
Fozzie Bear, that's me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I feel like that's pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Looks very.
Now, did you guys
ceramic.
deliberate over what kind of plastic egg you're going to use?
No, I just had whatever we had.
Use the silly putty egg or
Yeah.
the Easter eggs or
It's just a silly putty egg.
Yeah, I mean, I think
eggs that pantyhose come in. Isn't that a thing?
you could probably use those as well.
Dude, my mom used to save those and give them to me, and I'd
Yeah,
fuck around with them as a kid. Well,
I did too.
store little treasures in them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were big though. They weren't the size
yeah.
of Easter eggs. They were like,
But
Ostrichy.
yeah. I was just gonna say
yeah,
that.
so you can make a pram for like a teenage Yoda or something.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. With the ostrich egg.
Like a Dom-sized baby
Poor
Yoda.
mom.
It's like this poor mom, man.
So that's another thing that's super useful is silly putty.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because like you can use it to hold stuff temporarily. You can use it to
Yep.
mask off where you're taping something or painting something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's reusable too. It's a nice thing to have around.
Yeah, I use blue tack sometimes, but actually, you know, that you mentioned silly putty, that seems like a, you know, better idea. Plus I can put it on my comic books and then like
Yep.
pull it off and have
Yeah.
a comic.
Mhm.
And it
Exactly.
bounces too.
Does.
It's either silly
'cause there's-
putty or those gummy erasers. They work really well too.
Mm-hmm.
If you just need to kind of temporarily hold something.
Hi.
Puppy.
So I'm just gonna tape
Yeah.
this in place because I am getting super glue all over my fingers, and we're gonna take some Instaset and spray our super glue.
So Instaset is super glue.
No, it's to
Instaset like sets up the super glue.
real fast.
Usually super glue takes, you know, couple minutes to actually set up. The Insta set like does it in seconds.
Just if you're working with it, don't get glue on your fingers and spray it.
Right.
Because you get a nasty chemical burn.
Yep.
Not a good time.
I've done
Yes,
it.
me too. Me too, more times than I want to admit.
Luckily, we have the like the debonder stuff too. So like, I just like doused my fingers. What the hell did I glue? I was holding it with my left hand, and it was like all like this whole finger and then this finger. They were stuck together, and then they were stuck to whatever I was gluing.
And these two knuckles were like almost stuck together too.
Yeah.
Like they were bent.
Oh yeah, because it was bent. Like you know what I mean. I was bent like that, so it was all glued together.
I can't remember what you were gluing right now. You were in the kitchen doing it too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The problem I find with that sometimes it can make things kind of fragile.
What? The
Insta set.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah. So it has more of a fragility to it where if you can take the extra time and just let the glue set, I always kind of,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like back in the olden times when, miniatures were pretty much made out of white metal.
Yeah.
You'd use it and, you drop a model on the ground and it would just like shatter.
Oh.
Woof.
Like just every bond would just blow apart. Whereas if you drop the model just with regular glue, it would only shatter into 30 pieces as opposed to 16.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take... So I wanted to put these inside this. That's my big fat sausage fingers are in the way, but I wanted to put this little sleeve over that. So I'm actually gonna, this one I already did. I trimmed those pegs off of there, if it can actually be seen. And then that sits on there, and that gives us like our little hinge. And I'll probably cut this sleeve off a little bit so it's a little shorter. But we're going to take our knife and just kind of trim a little bit off here. Yeah. Perfect.
Josh said when he was 4, he wanted to see how effective super glue was. So he squeezed an entire tube into his hand and grabbed the oven handle and waited. He said his grandma came home and he was just hanging there, tired as hell.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Mr. Fisher, you are a card, sir.
Paul says you were designated cook for a month.
Yeah, really.
And then Josh says, oh, it took a while to get me loose. I'll bet. A couple days, was it? Maybe? Did she make you a little bed underneath the oven door?
Well, from what I understand, the original purpose for super glue was to close wounds quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of old timers that would do that.
Yeah,
I've
didn't
done
they
that.
like use that on Rocky's face in boxing?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That shit burns. I don't know if you've ever done that.
Yeah.
But that shit burns like crazy.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
My uncle keeps it in his glove box. He works construction. He says that that's his only first aid kit.
Super glue.
Yeah, he's like, it's terrible that he works construction because he's very accident prone. He's come home with like metal shavings in his eyes and like all kinds of crap.
Yeah, I used to keep it in the glove box of my tree truck. Get a real bad cut that just won't close. It's like I can either go to the ER and they're gonna stitch me up, or I can throw a little dab of glue on there and go about my day.
Right.
Cool.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm gonna just take a little bit of sandpaper and just rough this up a little bit. Smooth it out.
You guys want to see the bark I'm making?
Yeah.
Woof.
I'll put it in the.
Oh,
I'll put it right here.
now you're gonna do it. Is it a
Mhm.
full-on tree?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have another piece that's the center inside of the branches. This will go exterior bark and the exterior of the branches. The plan is to glue this on and then do the toilet paper Mod Podge, like watered down Mod Podge trick. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. So I wanted to do that over this. And just to give it that extra little bit of texture.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be really like gnarly bark first. So working on that.
Like an oak tree.
Sort of, yeah. Get it situated. It took me a while to figure out how to get the tree how I wanted it because I've never constructed a tree before.
Yeah, I mean it's. I guess it all comes down to what kind of tree you want to do. You know, you want to do a pine, you want to do a palm, you
Right.
want to do deciduous, such as a oak or a maple.
Right. You understand the tree business, right?
Yeah, yep. I actually have a degree in urban forestry, so
Get out of here. That's awesome.
Urban
It's got-
forestry.
yeah. So it's like parks and trees that are interfacing with humanity. You know, so
Jeez.
Oh.
it's not like logging. You know what I mean? That's like a whole other
Yeah. Business.
kind of
Be
thing.
suburban trees.
Suburban.
Yes. I've been thinking about a Mythic Legions dio. I kind of like to do like a campfire scene, you know, where all the characters are kind of looking out, like you've just walked through the woods and you kind of stumbled on this like D&D adventuring party.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the beginning stages of that, you know, trying to figure out how big I want to do it.
Right on.
You said that or you started to explain it, and I immediately thought of if anybody has played Dante's Inferno, the video game. There's a camp scene where he is sewing tapestry to his chest.
Yeah.
In the middle of the woods in this dude, it like if you have not played the game, look up the cutscenes. The game is insane. It was a really, really good game.
I had not played video games in 20 years, and he sets me down in front of this video game 4 months maybe after I started playing video games again after 20 years.
It's a fun game too. It's like a platformer, you know what I mean? It plays like God of War sort of stuff, you know.
The stuff they're doing in video games now is like kind of out of control.
Yeah.
I like
I mean,
some of it.
I played Red Dead Redemption 2 and I cried at the end of it. Like there were like
really?
Wow.
there were like tears in my beard. I was like what? Like I'm not supposed to cry. Like I'm big tough tree man, you know. Like my pretend cowboy died, you know.
My pretend cowboy.
I get it.
You know, like they've come so far with their not only their graphics, like I could really give a shit about that, but their actual storytelling.
Storytelling is Yep. Oh, hey.
I got pretty into Mass Effect. That was pretty rad. like how that played out, the storyline and everything.
Mm-hmm. I love the Fallout games. I'm more of a guy. I just want to be able to do my thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some Skyrim action.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's hope this set up here.
Now what are you doing?
Well, that's going to be a problem. Super glue doesn't hold.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What if you? What
about
if you
crazy?
went?
Do you have anything crazy?
Switch from
Is it the type of plastic? Because sometimes
Could be.
I've tried to glue shit and it just doesn't fucking work.
So my recommendation on plastic versus plastic, you want to use a specific, like I use the Tester's plastic glue on my plastic stuff because it doesn't actually glue; it actually
Fuses
like,
it.
yeah, like welds it.
Yeah, that's what I have here.
Hmm.
This stuff.
what is it?
This.
Ah.
Well,
Plastic weld. Fancy.
Wow, Brian,
I don't
that's
think I have anything.
some.
What?
There's a hobby shop near me that had some, so I tried it out and it worked pretty good.
Try this one more time though.
How does it smell, Brian?
Smells pretty good.
That's pretty good. Huh.
What if you did a bead of hot glue on the inside?
Glue? That would probably work.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good solution for now, considering the fact that we didn't really try this beforehand.
I'll try.
It's all a learning process.
Do it live.
Yeah, I mean, you never know
Trial
what
and
kind
error.
what kind of obstacles you might come across. So we're gonna try it one more time without the
What?
without the Insta set. That's what I was trying to say.
Josh Fisher wants to know if you have any plastic cement.
That's what you have, right? That's what that stuff is? It's plastic
No.
cement?
No, this is a solvent.
Oh, I thought it said plastic cement.
I'm thinking that cement, like that was the stuff that always came in the kits when you bought a model, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the tube, in the metal tube.
Yeah. Oh, man, I haven't done a freaking like model car. Or I used to do helicopters and cars.
Yep. So a hobby, me and my dad, you know, he did model trains and he built battleships, and that was like,
Ooh.
we do that, you know, that was like after dinner we'd bust out the models and, you know, build the Indianapolis or whatever it was.
Right on.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
that was the one with the sharks.
It was the one with the sharks, Brian. They got black eyes like a doll.
Doll's eyes.
Doll's eyes.
Smell the blood. Their eyes just roll back.
That's probably the greatest scene ever put on film is that Indianapolis speech.
Mm.
It's a great movie. It really, really is.
So good.
Farewell and adieu.
My fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, my ladies of Spain.
JD, what's your next attempt here?
I'm just trying to the super glue again without the
Instaset.
Insta set and see if that.
What other pieces need to be prepped for the outside? Is there like bands or something?
There's just a band around the top, and then I wish I had. I'm like completely out of like the filling the filler glue. I have glue that like fills gaps. I'm all out of that. That would work perfect. But yeah, we're gonna put a band around the top here. Probably.
That's
If I want to bother with that.
I don't know if a soldering iron is really the best idea, EE.
It'll melt. Yeah.
That plastic is super thin. It's like an Easter egg.
Did you try blowing on it?
Yeah, like I put it's in here like really thick, and I'm just rolling it around the joint.
Hold it still. I'll blow on it for you.
Hey now.
I got nothing.
That's okay.
I got a boner. How about that? That might work.
It's okay. I was like that earlier in the week. I was just brain dead, I think, for a couple days there. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That damn refrigerator. Oh man.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. So Monday our fucking fridge broke down and
Yeah, that was a great time.
digging through the garage to find all the fucking coolers we have.
Yeah, because you
didn't just try to eat all the food.
You could have been having a Memorial Day party when that happened.
Well,
we
here's
went grocery shopping.
Yeah. That was the bitch of it all. And I hadn't separated meat to freeze it yet. So yeah, so there's like 6 pounds of chicken thighs and like like all this yeah, burger, all kinds of shit. It's fine. But like on the upswing of this, luckily enough, JD had like an old refrigerator in the garage that was like the doors were taken off and it was torn apart and it was waiting to go to scrap, you know.
Turned into a dio.
That too. Funny enough, it actually still works.
Yep.
So
cleaned it up, put it back together.
After like 4 hours of scrubbing it to death because it was full of spiders and mold and all kinds of shit.
Just extra protein, really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some penicillin with your stuffs.
Right. I'm not.
Yeah, but that's always the way when something like that breaks. It's like, what is the worst possible time that this thing can shit the bed? And there you go.
It's not even that old. It's only like 5 or 6 years old.
Well, kind of the worst part about it was like his mom and my dad were swinging by just to visit, you know, because travel bans have lifted. Everybody's like, get me out of the house. I want to see the grandkids. I want to come over. I want to see what adventures you guys have been doing around the house and all that other kind of business. So they swung by while we were in the midst of like realizing this refrigerator has taken a complete and total dump. And Chewy got all excited because they, you know, people were at the door. Nobody's come to the door other than the mailman and the UPS guy in 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she like, somebody's at the door. She's losing her shit and rips her freaking toenail open again and is bleeding everywhere. Like Monday was just like this endless stream of disasters that went one after the other.
I'm trying to stay positive, and
he's like, everything's fine.
Nothing is fucked. Everything.
What the fuck is next?
Yeah, it was a lovely situation, you know. And of course, me with the humidity, I'm hobbling around like I'm 90 years old for like 2 straight days because like I couldn't handle, so I'm not exactly helping matters. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Good luck dealing with all this stuff by yourself.
Yep.
Not true. I was on the floor like wrestling with Chewie, trying to wrap her foot back up and trying to get her to calm down.
Does super glue go bad?
Yes.
Well, maybe.
Did you shake it?
Huh?
Did you shake it?
Yeah, I always shake it. I mean, look at the top of that thing. It's all fucking gnarly. Like I've had to pry that off multiple times.
That goes to the graveyard, my friend.
Yeah, that's probably time to take a hike.
Mm-hmm,
I'd probably just clean it up and use some hot glue and move on.
Yeah. I mean, it's holding. Now I just have to.
I think that plastic is so thin, it's got such a thin edge to bond to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to be a super great hold, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. So we're going to try and. I'm probably going to fuck myself here, but I'm going to try and cut this thing out so I can stick that in, snap that in place there and glue it. Probably should have did this before I glued it, huh?
Who knows? We're winging things.
Sometimes you got to break some eggs.
That's right.
That's
right.
Alex, how's your project going?
Yeah. Alex.
It's going pretty good. I'm sorry, I'm trying to break up dog fights over here.
Oh.
For some reason, a motorcycle coming down the road means they want to fight each other.
It's a gang war.
Right. But they don't want to fight the motorcycle, just each other.
Yeah. It's my turn to bark, not yours.
He was pagan. No,
Right.
It was Hell's Wheels, or I don't know.
It was the Mongol.
The Mongols. Or, huh? See? He's like, see, Matt knows.
He's clued in.
Yep, that's gonna break.
The plastic.
Yeah, the glue. That's all right. Whatever. Just fucking hot glue it and get done with it.
Yeah, when all else fails, hot glue's the key.
I should have just did this first, though, before I fucking glued it.
Mm-hmm.
It held for a minute, anyway.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, there's a certain point with my super glues where I just, I know there's more glue in there, but
Yeah.
the juice just ain't worth the squeeze anymore.
I mean, this has lots of it in it. There's lots of glue in there. It's just the fucking canister has seen better days.
Using a pair of pliers to get the,
Yeah.
the cap off.
Yep.
Yeah, last one I got, I wanted to get that little bit out, so I cut the whole thing open, and that was a big mistake.
Oh,
It
yeah.
got everywhere. Like I glued my hand to the knife I was using, and then glued the knife down. It was terrible.
Oh, no.
You got a Josh Fisher situation going on.
Yep.
A what? A plastic welder. No.
No. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Here we go.
Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna pull the camera just a little bit closer.
Well, that might be nice. I don't
Real
think anybody
quick.
can see anything but the black
Yeah.
smeared paint all over the thing.
Just watch out. You might get glimpses of my boner.
No
That's what we
extra
all came
charge.
for. I thought that's what we were doing tonight.
Yep, it's boner night.
Boner night.
Gives a whole new meaning to ShelfGravy.
Oh, you know it.
The inside of this does not need to be pretty, so.
No, it'll be alright. I really wish I would have started in the middle of this and worked my way out instead of starting on the ends.
We were both in that situation.
I
weren't
know, right? I'm learning. Never made a tree before, so what do I know? I've climbed
First time.
trees.
It's amateur hour here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brink was right. We should have went with the pantyhose egg.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Those are heavy duty.
They really are.
Yeah, you don't get runs in them.
Oh,
Do they
Lowry.
still sell pantyhose in the egg?
Yeah, you can still find them. It's not always an easy find, but you can. Jail, I'm making bark for the tree that I'm working on.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Smashy, smashy.
Okay.
I broke it. That's right.
Live right here, guys. We're breaking things.
Where's Ace?
Yeah.
Where's Trent?
It's Wednesday. It's
It
break
is Wednesday.
break stuff Wednesday. Never know.
I didn't get myself though, so
That's good.
playing with sharp
Mm.
objects here. You know.
Bleeding on air might not
Well,
be.
yet.
Sorry.
I didn't get myself yet.
Yeah.
The night is still young.
It's been a while since you glued yourself. But
Yeah,
you
it's probably
haven't.
the last real
Yeah.
accident I had. The hot glue
So what's
side.
going into
that's
those notches?
these little things that I
Oh,
put
okay.
together. The hinges for the
Gotcha.
pram.
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 It's a
Pram.
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 Rah. Monster noises.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm almost done. See? Whoops. I went too far.
There you go. Yep, you're getting there.
Yeah.
You're gonna
That's
put
good.
a little heart,
A little heart on it.
Carved out.
JD plus CC.
I mean, I guess I always could. I didn't really think about that. As funny as that sounds. I've been concentrating on this tree. See? See the tree?
Oh, the
Oh.
other. There you go.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
It's got that cypress vibe
A little bit.
with the root.
A little gnarly.
It's like a tree that wants to eat a flying car.
Mm, yeah, one of them kind.
Or give a little. I don't know how that kid was in Poltergeist.
Pluck a kid out of his bedroom window.
Yes, that's where I was going.
I didn't think about that. I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
Another great 80s flick.
Mm-hmm.
I was, however, thinking about watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space the other day.
This.
So,
He says.
it's been a while.
I mean,
wanna see-
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Well,
So, like, I don't enjoy those terrible horror movies because people made them to be terrible. I like the ones where they tried and they ended up terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
failed.
Like, somebody thought they were making a great movie and it just was awful.
like the remake of The Wicker Man.
A
Yes.
remake?
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. That's a fucking terrible movie.
Bees. What are you, fucking Macaulay Culkin?
He is.
Fuck out of here.
He might as well be. I'm not a fan of his at all. No.
He's in some really good stuff. Like Raising Arizona is fucking amazing.
It
Yeah,
is. That
classic.
was.
And
but
Con
that was
Air. Con
beginning.
Air is awesome.
Oh, my favorite is when he comes out of the plane with the mullet and the wind is blowing and he closes his eyes.
Oh,
Yep.
I love it. I love it. That's so good.
You just ruined your shorts, didn't you, Chief?
That movie's a guilty pleasure for me too.
It's not
Yeah.
like there's some good actors in that.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
it's one of those movies for guys who like movies. You know, remember that?
Yeah.
That was a thing.
That was great though. That whole program, movies for guys that like movies.
TNT.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, TNT.
Leaving Las Vegas, that's a great movie.
It's not bad.
It's not something you're just like, oh, I want to watch a nice uplifting film.
But that was early. See, all of this is early on in his career. And then all of a sudden he started just acting in everything and anything he could possibly get his hands on. And I think
Well,
it just
Yeah,
had
he
too
went-
much.
He ran out of money. That's why.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
He basically didn't know how to control his expenses.
Well, he was buying crazy stuff too, like Spider-Man #1s. He was a huge collector.
Mm.
Like he was trying to get all those things, and I think it all got auctioned off here recently, though.
No shit.
Like in the last 5 years, I think he's auctioned it off. Yeah,
Wow.
but that was his dream. Like he became an actor to play Superman, I think.
yep.
And like he got the shot, and then at the last minute they said no.
Yeah, that was the one
They
that Tim
realized
Burton was
Nicolas
going to
Cage's
direct.
Superman's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, Tim Burton.
Forgot about that.
Wow. Yeah, I would have probably killed myself. Yeah. I mean, you know, you dream of being Superman, and then
Right.
you lose that opportunity. You get so close, and then they take it away from you.
Oh yeah.
No, I wouldn't kill.
Well, because it happened to Kevin Smith too, right? Because he was supposed to direct a Daredevil movie or something like that,
No, Kevin Smith wrote
and then they
wrote
took it away.
I think he wrote like a rough draft of the script for the Superman movie. And then Burton got it, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go in a totally different direction." And then the Burton thing fell through.
I don't want Tim Burton doing Superman. I mean, he'd put Johnny Depp as Lex Luthor.
I fucking hate Tim Burton.
Really?
I fucking hate him.
Woo!
Wow.
That's
Wow.
hard.
I want to punch him in his little fucking emo face
Why?
because he makes trash. He made Headless, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. That was good, and that's it.
Yeah.
Edward
Well, he
Scissorhands?
kind of just does the same
Trash.
thing, though, right?
89 Batman?
Trash.
Oh,
Come at me,
Damn.
nerds.
oh, this is some fight words there, buddy.
Holy shit.
That's like the best Batman.
I'll give. I'm from Massachusetts. I get real worked up real easy.
You're fine.
So I'll give that. I'll give that. Yeah, that's decent. So we got Headless Horseman, we got
Batman.
Sleepy Hollow, and we got Batman. So that's two. And they let this mother. Have you seen Charlie
Wait, did you just...
in the like? Now I'm mad. I'm gonna have
No.
another fucking heart attack.
Hold on, did you just...
No.
No, you just counted Headless Horseman and Sleepy Hollow as two separate movies.
No, they're
No,
the same. It's the same movie. So I'll give you Batman. That you know, I remember seeing that at the theater when I was a little fat kid, and it's good, you know. But what else? He butchered Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was awful.
I will not disagree with you on that, because like the original
is money.
It's so good. I love it. It's my favorite. Willy Wonka, the remake,
it's fucking unwatchable. Like, who greenlit this shit?
The Oompa Loompas are awful. Like, I cried. I was very upset.
Like, and Johnny Depp, like it was like, it's like, is this like a playbook for a pedophile? Like, it's terrible. It's awful. You know, he did that. He puts Johnny Depp in fucking everything.
No, they're best friends. So.
And his wife too, right?
Yeah, and that's
they're not married anymore. They're not married
anymore.
He ditched
She smartened up.
Oh.
He ditched her for like a 20-year-old girl.
I crush on Helena Bonham Carter in like a major way.
Same. Hamlet, when she played Ophelia, I about died. I was like, oh my God, I love her so much.
Right. I even want to make out with her in the Harry Potter movie when her teeth were all fucked up.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Like, I'll just give you a Mento. Let's just go.
She's great. I mean, Fight Club? Come on, man.
Yeah.
So like, God, I want to be your best friend. Anyway.
Saying you want to make out with a celebrity like that is like the gentlemanly way of saying you want to bang them.
Oh.
You know, I totally want to make out with that girl.
Yeah. You know, if I was single, I'd probably pursue that. Be like, look, I got a broken back and a bad ticker.
Let's hang out.
Let's just chillax.
My dying wish.
I don't mind kissing an ashtray.
Yeah, she's single now, guys. Woo!
Yes, but back to Burton. Like, what has he made that's good? 2 movies. 2.
I don't know, man. I mean, that like he had to have done something right. I mean,
a fucking creepy weirdo.
That's what sold his movies, you know, because he's a creepy weirdo.
It's like you're like a Dollar Tree Robert Smith from The Cure. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Straighten the fuck up and act right.
I mean, you do have a point, because it's like his style influenced the movie more than the movie influenced his style. Because everything that he does looks like his stuff. It's never like different because it's a different type of movie. Like, had he done Superman, it would have been dark and gloomy.
Yeah.
Right, and Johnny Depp would have been scampering around somehow. He would have been. Who is the Superman little sidekick? Jimmy Olsen.
Olsen. Yep.
Not a fan.
I heard he was greenlighted to do something where. Wasn't he greenlighted to do something where Johnny Depp was going to play the Joker or something? What, did I hear something?
That doesn't surprise me. I will give him Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like a fun little, you know.
It's a good kids thing, you know. Right. Like, it really is. The only problem I have with it is that he turned around and did The Corpse Bride, and it's almost exactly the same movie.
Right.
I see what you're saying. I don't disagree with you.
I mean, I know some people are way into Beetlejuice, like whatever.
You cannot diss on Beetlejuice. Come on, man.
You can't tear apart.
Come on.
No way. I'll grudgingly give it to you. Grudgingly.
Man.
I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
It's watchable.
But the thing is that was like a new style and a new thing. You know? So like you can I can kind of say, okay.
Did it all the time.
Right. And then everything is Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Minus the Beetlejuice. Minus any redeeming features. Anyway.
Now that we know how you feel about Tim Burton.
So
I think I'd punch him in the face if I saw him on the street.
Would you?
Probably just on general principle. This is for Charlie, you fuck.
Oh.
You guys are like, why we have this fucking idiot on our show?
No.
I'm just thinking like Matt's ruining some kid's little day, or some little kid's day. Wow, holy dyslexia there.
You're fine. We do this all the time. You're okay.
They can get over it.
That's right. Go cry to mommy, you little shit.
Go watch The Great Escape and then tell me what good movies are.
So we're right by DCP. The you just made me think of this for some reason. The Dauphin County Prison is like right around the corner from our house.
It's not that close.
It's
like
it's close enough.
5 miles away.
Yeah, but there's a shopping mall right next to it.
Next to
the Harrisburg East Mall. There was a Toys R Us. There used to be a Toys R Us right across the street. And the movie theater there is called The Great Escape.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I thought of that.
Actually, Toys R Us was in the parking lot of the mall in between the prison and the mall.
Yeah.
It was, anyway.
In between The Great Escape and DCP.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was there first? Was The Great Escape there first, or was the prison there first?
The prison was there first.
So that's marketing genius.
You know?
I'm sorry.
It is.
It's like those places that put Dick's and BJ's in the same, like right next to each other.
Right?
DJs. That's amazing. I never put that together. I never did.
It's all right, honey. I'll be back in about a half hour. I'm going to the oral copulation mall.
It's fucking great.
Keeping it PG.
It's good. It's good. For some reason, it made me think of what the hell is his name? From Boardwalk Empire, the FBI agent.
Oh,
Michael Shanahan.
Yeah,
he was in the Iceman movie. Not Bobby Drake, like Richard Kuklinski, the contract killer.
It made me think of something he would say in Boardwalk Empire. Like I could hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We finally finished that, by the way.
I've never finished it.
Me either. I think I stopped watching after the second or third season.
Oh my god.
Lost track of it.
It was so good.
Richard Harrow was my favorite by far.
Yeah.
Mr. Harrow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same. Good stuff.
HBO doesn't really miss. Like, yeah, I have to say that most of their series are pretty good.
Yeah.
I never really jumped on board until JD and I started hanging out.
Yeah.
The HBO series stuff.
Got you with Game of Thrones, and then
I didn't want to watch Game of Thrones. Like I was so against it for years. I was like, I'm not watching this.
Why? Because other people. Are you a hipster nerd, Chen?
I'm not I'm not. I find that sometimes things that other people are into, I hate.
Okay.
Like,
on its own merit, or because other people like it?
Sometimes both.
It can be both. Yeah, it can be both.
Sometimes I'm just annoyed because it's got so much hype, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I don't want to participate.
Okay.
Yeah. I was one of those kids growing up. I was like, I'm not participating in this bullshit because everybody else wants to.
Everybody had their NK New Kids on the Block shirts, and you're like, nah, man. Nah.
Yeah. That's right.
Man.
That's right. My best friend had like pillowcases and a velvet poster and like all this fucking shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not into it.
No, thank you.
I'm going to listen to Lionel Richie's Dancing on the Ceiling and y'all can fuck yourselves.
Oh, what a feeling.
Oh, what a feeling. That's right.
Hello.
Is it me or looking for?
I play that for my girl, and she gets so fucking pissed. Because I'm a charmer, obviously.
I mean, we all have a little bit of that in us somewhere.
You get it done. You know what I mean? You get it done.
I go more for Smokey Robinson if I'm trying to charm.
Smokey Robinson jam. All right, all right.
Sure. Or even, you know, like if I'm really trying to get in the mood, then we get into little Marvin Gaye, you know, like gotta
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's like
Yep.
Isaac Hayes.
That's good stuff too. And if I'm really feeling frisky, we put on some Barry White. Oh baby,
Yeah.
Barry White.
I'm more I like Guar's second album.
Wow, you and JD do have a lot in common. Not just beards.
That's a wig.
Yeah.
It's a wig.
It's a facial appliance.
It's an upside down wig.
Let's not talk about appliances and hair right now.
It's a sensitive subject.
God. I hate Amazon sometimes. Like everybody says Wish does stuff for them. Amazon does it for me. Like I'll be looking for something, I'll click on it, I'll look at it, I'll scroll down, and it'll be like other things like this. And there's like the list, you know, with the little boxes.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I was looking for an outdoor umbrella because mine's all shredded and looks a little sad. That looks really nice.
What do we think?
Oh yeah.
I dig it.
So JD, that those gray parts, that's not from that tape thing. You decided to go a different route.
The gray parts. Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah.
No. So there is a little like trim piece around the top, at least.
No, you had that white circle thing you were going to use. You decided to not use that.
Oh yeah, I didn't cut it right. I fucked it up. So I used that because it's a little easier.
The foam.
The foam. It's a little easier to work with. So that's what I did. Yeah. So not too shabby. And then I'll take it outside and prime it here for a minute, and then we'll paint it quick. What do you think?
All right.
Actually, I should probably figure out
How you gonna mount it?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know.
What's your thoughts there?
I say hot glue.
Hot glue.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That could work.
Now, do you want that pin to be, do you want it to be a permanent?
No, not necessarily.
You want to be able to take it off of there?
Pin drill it.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna reach.
Drop things and throw stuff around. I'm not catching it.
I'm not dropping nothing. I'm gonna look for a chunk of plastic with glue in the bottom of that thing and just drill it out.
It's the drawer of goodies.
It's the land of misfit plastic pieces.
It sounds like Brian's digging for pieces too.
Yeah, it does.
Finally.
Skittles.
Finally done my job, so I can do this.
Right.
Actually, I know what I'm doing. Need our glue gun.
Oh.
We're just gonna go. We're gonna fill the bottom of this thing up a little bit. Let it level.
What are you doing? He's squirting hot glue into the bottom.
Yep. So I just filled the egg. I filled it.
Ew.
It's all gooey on the inside.
It's like those rotten Cadbury eggs.
Yeah. This is
Not a fan.
I'm down with the mini eggs, but the ones with the fucking slop in them, nah.
dude.
You mean the Cadbury things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my taste for those.
No way. They make they make peanut butter ones. Oh my god.
Oh, now that's something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, that's different though. That's not like the OG one. You know, my dad used to make those for us for breakfast. He'd fry them, and they just weren't good.
Wait.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
It was fine. You got me chuckling.
Your point is well taken.
Yeah, but the mini ones are good, but the it's like
You know, like the snotty stuff.
no, I'm not a big candy eater anyway because I'm a diabetic. So it's like,
Well,
candy's
that kind of makes sense. I mean,
not a
that I can understand.
type 1, not type 2. Thank you very much.
Well,
that's good.
I guess you know
it's better than the
Yeah,
alternative.
it's better than.
So I don't really have much of a sweet tooth, you know. It's like we didn't have candy in the house when I was a kid, so it was like here and there. I have my things I like. Candy corns.
Well, I think of the Cadbury eggs the same way, like kind of like the same way I think of soup. Like I can't eat it because of my beard, because it's gonna get in the beard and you look like a fool. So like the Cadbury eggs are kind of the same way.
Well, I think you just got to go haul. You know, if I'm eating a Cadbury egg, not that I would at this point, but I just stuff the whole thing in my mouth. You know what I mean?
And then you tuck your beard in your shirt to protect it, just in case there's a little spillage. It should be okay.
Right.
I mean, is it like a complete catastrophe if it gets in your beard? Like that means you have to cut it all off, like getting gum in your hair?
It's
you don't have to cut it off.
Sticky stuff out.
You just rub peanut butter on your hair if you get sticky stuff in it. Like gum? That's how you get gum out of hair. Peanut butter.
Paint thinner?
Peanut butter.
Oh, I thought you said paint thinner.
No.
I was like, what? That's not good.
Peanut butter. Paint thinner.
Yeah, we're melting hair. We're gonna make plastic.
Right.
Oh, God damn it.
What happened?
I did this wrong. I gotta do all of this all over again.
All of what all over again?
This thing that I'm building.
Is it now Snake Mountain?
Oh
Could
my
be.
God, I messed it all up.
The drawbridge opens the wrong way.
Son of a bitch.
I hate it when that happens when I'm building with Lego type things.
Bitches. Bumpuses.
Son of a bitches.
My roommate in college, she would always. You remember Christmas Story, right? When
Of course.
Yeah.
the dogs come and eat the turkey,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and the dad, he runs outside the back door or whatever, and he goes, "Sons of bitches, bumpuses." So that's what my roommate would always attack onto the end of "Sons of bitches." He'd always be like, "Bumpuses."
Now that's something I that's wholesome content I can get behind. That's a great Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I think Gremlins is a good Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yep. Now, what about people who think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Hey, I think
They're
that
cool.
I started that. I remember.
That was all Brian.
I think
I don't know how it got out there, but I remember, like, I came up with that, what I thought was a clever point years ago. I was visiting my mom for Christmas. She goes, "What movie you want to watch?" And it was Christmas time. I was like, "Let's watch Die Hard. That's a Christmas movie." And that was all the rage. That was when the superpowers first came out, and then I started seeing, as I grow older and hanging around these nerds more, everybody had that idea already. I was like, damn, I thought it was so original.
But just because a movie takes place during Christmas, does it inherently make it a Christmas movie?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
It's a Christmas movie for guys who like Christmas movies.
That's
There
right.
you go. There you go.
TNT.
So by that logic, Reindeer Games also
Sure.
falls into.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Never even thought of that one.
That's a good Christmas movie right there.
Back when Affleck wasn't booze
Oh.
floated.
And a pussy. Sorry.
Wow.
Wow, you just called Batman a pussy.
I am not a Ben Affleck fan at all. I think
Really?
you do.
Nope. He did Good Will
What's
Hunting and Chasing Amy, and then he should have just quit.
I never
Have
saw
you seen
either of those.
Gone Girl?
I think so, yeah. I've seen a
You
lot
thought-
of his movies, even though I don't really like him a whole lot. I like the actors that he's in movies with, but I don't like him so much.
What about what was the one where he was the accountant? You know what it's
I
called?
mean, I liked the other people in the movie better than him, even though it wasn't a
I
bad
thought he
movie.
was pretty genius in that movie. I don't know.
I like the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. And
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick is such a sweetheart.
I love Anna Kendrick. She's funny as hell. I don't
The
care.
Town? He's good in The Town. He
I don't think
directed it.
I didn't see that one.
It's a
I missed
heist.
it.
I don't remember that one. I don't think I saw it.
It's a heist flick that takes place in Boston. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's been like on my watch list forever. I just never did it. Now I think it's finally off streaming. I think it was one of those, watch it while you still can, and I was like, I get around to
I don't need to see. I have time.
it.
Well, I'll have to check it out. See if it changes my opinion.
The Town and Gone
So
Girl.
would you punch Ben Affleck?
Would I punch Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Square in the nuts.
I'm an awfully small person to punch Ben Affleck, so I think I would probably knock on his door as a midget and punch him in the dick. Yeah, I'd do that.
So here's the real play. To really get Ben Affleck, give him some booze.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, get him all fucking sloshed first, then kick him in the nuts.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan. So
That's fair.
I think he's overrated. That's my thing.
I think he has moments of brilliance, but the rest of the time he's just kind of like breathing air. You know what I mean?
I think he should not act in movies that he's either producing or directing. He just should let other people do that. I think that he's he's decent at producing and directing films.
Yep.
But I think he's just a cold actor. I don't feel like there's much life there.
What was that movie he finally got a Oscar for? I think it was directing. It had something to do with like liberating
Batman.
prisoners
Oh,
or something.
never mind.
Oh, that was where they went to Israel. Was it? No, it wasn't Troy. They made a fake movie to boost Israeli hostages. Josh
Interesting.
Fisher, where are you when I need you?
He's in there. He's
Josh
in the
Fisher, you're my only hope.
chat. Lowry says Argo.
Argo, yes. Thank you, Mr. Lowry. I just have to say something. Have you heard Jason Lowry talk?
Yes.
Like, you want to talk about some Barry White shit? Just throwing it out there. That fell flat. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're fine.
We all laugh.
I laugh. Yeah, Lowry does have. I never really thought about it that way. He's got a deep voice. I can't reach.
Yeah.
I can't reach.
This is dry. I think. We're gonna find out.
Cylons are back.
Yeah.
Let me see which.
Not exactly centered.
I think it was. What do you got? What do you got?
What do we think? There we go.
Not bad.
Like it.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Getting there. Where are we at? Hour and a half. Holy piss.
There were some bumps in the road. That's all.
This is part of it, folks. It's part of it.
Sometimes the gravy gets lumps.
Sometimes.
Unless you start out with a roux.
Unless you. That's correct.
All right. I'm going to run this thing outside and prime it.
Uh-oh. Looks like you guys are stuck with me for a few minutes.
That's all right.
We'll make do.
You can kind of back this up if you want to sit in my spot. You can.
I might. See?
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm in this lovely rocking chair, though, and it's really hard for me to want to sit in anything else.
So, Chan, do you have multiple rocking chairs, or do you have JD bring that thing around the house wherever you need to sit?
It's the only rocking chair that I have, unfortunately, and it gets carried up and down the stairs depending on the day. Elijah actually, between JD and Elijah, it gets up and down the stairs.
That means people love you.
I know. I'm lucky. I feel very lucky. I mean, why would anyone want to carry a chair for someone other than that reason?
Now, do you sit in it when they carry it?
No.
Oh.
No. Usually, they put it on top of their head and just walk. Yeah. So it's been downstairs for a little while because the dining room's it's one of my favorite rooms in the house right now. I have a bunch of plants in there at the moment. So I just sit in there with the windows open in the morning and drink my coffee and enjoy all the plants and, fresh air. Guess I could sit outside and do that, but I don't like bugs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what kind of umbrella are you thinking about getting?
I'm looking. I have one that has lights in it, but it sat out all winter, and the edges of it got all frayed and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm hoping to find a new one that still has lights in it. And like the one I have has like the button and you can like angle it.
Yeah.
Why do you need lights in the umbrella? That's kind of...
It sounds weird, but like I didn't think I'd like it either. But at nighttime, it's actually just really subtle light. It's just really, it's not very bright, but it's just enough that you can sit outside and not, all the outside lights are out except for that. And you can just sit there and it's kind of peaceful and it's nice. So, and you can still see the table. So if you go out there with like, coffee or you take a snack outside at night, you can just chill with the nice little lights.
I got you.
A few years ago, I invested in a nice cantilever umbrella.
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's like big. It's like 12 feet or something like that.
Flex on them, Brink. Flex on them.
Yeah.
It was before I started collecting, so I had like a lot of money.
So I'm looking for one to go in a picnic table. So
yeah, this one would sit from the side, yeah.
Right. But the weird thing was like, so if you guys listen to the Total Package podcast stuff, I guess people are right about like what you talk about and your phone and stuff. So I was looking for an umbrella, right? And I didn't get very far because I looked at one umbrella and I scrolled down to see what other umbrellas might pop up, and there was, I got kind of caught up because there's like a little thing there for a carpet to pay for a lady for her private area.
You mean a merkin?
No, this is not actual hair. It's legitimate carpet. It's like actual carpet that's cut out like a little triangle.
Yeah.
And it's in like, it's actual carpet colors and it's real carpet and it's just got a sticky back on it that you can reuse. These
hipsters have gone too far.
And it even comes in like cookie cutter shapes and holiday colors. You can get, for all the seasons. And it's legit carpet. It's real. It's not Berber. It's carpet. And I kind of got caught up in it.
So how many did you order?
I didn't order any. I did not. I was just curious as to why it would be carpet because a merkin is actual hair. It's a wig.
Right.
This is real carpet. And I'm just sitting here looking at it. And I couldn't help but just wonder who this person is that would buy this.
And the people that buy it, because there has to be like, it's not just one person.
No.
I'm just gonna, carpet my vajayjay.
Right, right.
There's multiple people.
I mean, if you really want to get into it, it could be used for men too. Like you want to decorate for the holidays. I mean, here we are back to decorating private parts.
So that would be my. I would do like pubic carpet of the month.
Yeah.
And every month it was themed,
That's $1 million idea right there. Start your box.
It could be like, you could just do like a mail order situation where you get like a surprise box of goodies and that could be in the box.
Yeah. Instead of crash box, I could be crotch box. Customs.
There you go. Could be fun. We'd advertise for you on the Total Package podcast.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Nothing to be sorry about.
It was just really weird because I've never.
That's odd. That's like.
It's super bizarre because Amazon usually is pretty straight up with me. Like when I'm searching for things, it's exactly what I'm looking for. That's the first time I've actually like scrolled down on a specific item and it's been so bizarre.
Out of left field.
Yeah.
People who like umbrellas with lights in them.
Also ordered this.
I think people are staying home so much, they're ordering wild shit from Amazon now. They're getting umbrellas and pubic carpet.
I got that Trump box.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds like exactly what's going on. It really threw me off. Like I was just, and then, well, because Monday was just such a really bizarre day. So like 2.5 years ago, my dad presented me with the idea that he was dating a girl in her early 20s.
Whoa.
Yeah. And at first it was just like, okay, this isn't going to last long, but more power to you, Dad. You're in your 60s, whatever. Like this isn't going to go far, like whatever. And I just kind of chuckled it off and was like, yep, no judgments for me. Have fun while you can. You're only going around this globe or you're only in this world one time. You're only here once to live a life. So have fun. But now it's been 2.5 years, and these people, him and this woman, girl, I'm calling her girl because like I'm of an age I could be this person's mother, and it's creeping me out. And my 15-year-old daughter brought that to my attention on Monday because he has been back and forth, like in and out of a relationship with this girl, and he tells me he's stopping by with her on Monday, and like on top of the refrigerator and the dog, that happened. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna have to mix up Kool-Aid and chicken nuggets for my dad's girlfriend.
Yeah, that was
Fuck. Who wants to play Shoots and Ladders?
Right, yeah. Yeah, it was just a very bizarre situation. And JD's mom was here.
Oh, Christ.
And I'm just like, oh, Jesus, this is not good. Like, this is not a good impression of my family.
Have they never met?
I mean, they have, but only in...
Like passing.
Well, only in situations where our entire families were together all at once.
Oh, gotcha.
Like my mom and my dad and my sisters were here, and his brother and his brother's girlfriend were here. Like it was a whole thing last year for the 4th of July. So it's just bizarre. And yeah, so that was another part of like the chaos on Monday, was just that scenario played out. Stress. Right. At like 6 p.m. So it's like the fridge, the dog,
Lolita.
Right. Sure, if that's what you want to call it. And she walks in here, and like our entire house is like a pop culture, like ridiculous, sort of. And she's walking around like, what's that? What's this?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Like there's like a first aid how-to, like the face hugger.
Yeah.
We have it framed on the wall in the foyer, and she's studying nursing, and she's like, what is that?
Like, I don't think that's the correct thing to do.
What is this thing? I don't understand what this is supposed to be. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, have you seen the movie Alien? And she's like, what?
You're like,
get out of my house right now.
What are you? And why are you talking to me right now?
What are you?
My kids are younger than you, and they know what Alien is. Like, what is... Anyway. JD's back.
I'm back. I hit it with the heat gun, and I kind of melted that foam up on top there, but...
Is that what you want?
No. But that's all right. Whatever.
This is first run.
Yeah.
So
we'll make
battle damage.
Yeah. Something very heavy landed on him. That's what we'll say.
That stormtrooper packs a punch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Yeah.
But
I love that. I love that so much.
I know. So now what?
Just trying to wait for this shit to dry.
That foam is really delicate with the heat.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of watch it, especially the thin stuff.
Yeah, you can see like on the very, very front there, it kind of didn't take all that well. But
that's okay.
It's okay.
Looks good. Throw some paint on there.
Uh-huh.
Be living the dream.
I think sometimes the imperfections kind of help a little. I know that sounds silly, but they actually make things look a little more realistic.
I feel especially for the Star Wars pocket,
Mm-hmm.
where it's more of a lived-in vibe versus, Star Trek where everything's like kind of perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll give it a minute here to dry and see where we're at.
What do you guys got going on?
Yeah, how's everybody making out there?
Not bad. It doesn't look like there's like a whole lot going on, but getting my base coats down, then I'm gonna do a wash, the whole model, and then it's highlighting because this is a captain figure, so he's like, I don't have to paint 60 of those guys.
Just a couple.
Yeah, just like squad leaders and whatever. So I do spend a little more time on those guys. But coming along.
Good. Where are you at,
Alex? I'm waiting for this first round of sculpting to dry so I can add a little bit more to it. The only bad thing about this epoxy, it takes so long to dry, and there's like really no way to speed it up. You can dry it out some, but it makes it all flaky.
Right.
So it's just waiting on it to dry so I can do some more. Brian, how are those Legos coming?
Yeah,
Mega blocks.
Mega blocks. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't disrespect the Lego.
Is Make a Construct worse than Lego?
Well, what do you mean by worse?
Like, how is their plastic?
Legos
Lego
are
has really good plastic.
Legos are already bad, and you're saying Mega Blocks are worse? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying Lego is like the standard. Lego's the best of the building block systems.
Oh yes.
And I think all the other ones are worse.
These definitely have a different feel to them, but I'm not going to say they're bad bricks, but you can tell they're not Lego. You can definitely tell that.
So Lego has this. They have a patent on the way that their blocks connect. So it's very hard to tell, but there is a bit of like a what would you call it? Like on the end of each of the studs, there's a slight sort of it's like slightly bigger so that it actually like snaps together. A lot of the other blocks aren't allowed to use that sort of technology, I guess.
They call that clutch power.
Clutch power, sure.
Get it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I learned that on the
Do they really?
Building Up to It podcast.
Huh.
So one of the issues that I have with Mega Blocks is like their engineering. Something just fell. I don't know what it was, but
I'll be right back.
The way their engineering is, at least in older. Oh, it was probably her thing. Just the way that they engineer their parts to go together. It's not that you're kind of just like building a bunch of pieces together.
Yeah.
Without any sort of like, I don't know, the way Lego engineers their stuff, it makes sense.
Seamless and flawless.
No, but it also anchors like the
Right.
first, your first couple layers actually anchor the rest of the build. as you get further up, so it like the pieces stay together. I remember building a bunch of like the older Halo sets, and the way they were engineered, like if you tried to move like a certain piece that was meant to move, like the whole back end of what you were building would fall off and crumble because the base wasn't there. But I found that since they've been around and they were kind of bought out or whatever, it's Mega Constructs now or whatever. It's not Mega Block.
It's true.
Like their engineering is a bit different. So they kind of have that anchor now. And I've seen a lot of it in the Masters of the Universe stuff that they've done, like the Wind Raider, like that. It's super solid. Like that build is super solid.
Oh man!
And from what I can tell, the Castle Grayskull still has that solidity. From what I see, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I noticed it whenever I got the McFarlane construction sets for South Park and Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And the blocks are trash. Like they're flimsy, they don't fit together right. I mean, they're just junk. But once they're together, they're all right.
Yeah.
Either I dropped the piece on the floor or I'm missing the piece.
And that's the other thing about Mega Blocks, Mega Constructs is like just about every set that I've bought has been missing pieces.
Yeah, I've run into that
Lego,
already.
you just email them and they send you the parts.
Yeah, well, Mega Blocks, they let you do it online as well. But,
hi.
like,
Okay.
For instance, this Sorceress, which is the only way to get this figure.
Yep.
Is she's missing her cape. So.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So once I get the rest of this built, I'm gonna take stock of what's missing and shoot them over a request.
I have the Ninja Turtles, the Technodrome upstairs, and it's missing like 4 bags of parts, and I just haven't
bothered.
Yeah. So it's funny, like
4 bags though?
I wait. Yeah, like 4 bags of parts, and they're big bags. You know what I mean? There's probably like 50 pieces per bag, and it's missing like 4 bags of stuff. But so I bought it at full price, and then I'm like, you know what? Because it was like $250 originally.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's a lot of money for these things, and I don't even know if I'm going to put this thing together. So I returned it. You know what I mean? It was still sealed and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
2 weeks later, it was half price. So I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna buy it, and I am gonna put it together. So I bought it for half price, and then I brought it home, and I got to like step 11, and it was missing a whole bag of parts, and I'm like, fuck. Well, now what do I do? So and I had already had experience with having to, email them and do it through their website and all that kind of stuff to get missing parts. And I'm like, I don't know if I feel like doing this. So I kept all the minifigs and like some of the, some of the other parts that were in it that I felt were, cool, and they were pretty much exclusive to that set. So I kept that kind of stuff, and then I returned it again. I was like, yeah, this was missing a bunch of stuff. I just want my money back. And then one of the guys that I work with at the tattoo shop, like I had a bunch of those the Ninja Turtles, but they were like wrestlers. And then they did the like the Walmart exclusive stuff, and then they did the movie Turtles, not the NECA ones. They were the Playmates ones, but they were based on the movie Turtles. They were really like poorly done, but like I had a bunch of that stuff, and I ended up just giving it to him. He's like, you know what? I have a Technodrome, and it's missing a bunch of pieces. I'm just gonna bring that in for you. It's just been sitting in a box on the table for like 3 months, and I'm like, oh, great. So he brought it in for me the one day, and it's been sitting in that box the whole time. So
it's like, how frustrating is that? You know, you're paying like if $250, you said.
Yeah.
You know, you're paying $250 for it, and it's like, you know, I get it. You're missing a part or two, whatever, but like bags, like that's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I agree.
Ridiculous.
Bam.
Bam.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what we're talking about. Sorry, I was downstairs.
We're talking about missing Mega Block parts.
I don't have such troubles.
Well, we might.
Stop it. Don't curse me like that.
Do nothing. Okay. Let me get some paint out here.
Are you guys bored to death right now? Or is everybody okay?
Everybody's ready for bed. Like, God damn, is he gonna finish this fucking thing?
It is 10:30 now.
I know.
Some people have bedtimes. I guess. Right?
Oh, you got the old paints,
Yeah, buddy.
the base layers.
You know, it's just a matter of finding what brushes I want to use with this thing.
Somebody's cracking open a beer.
That's my zero sugar cherry Coca-Cola.
Woo!
Zero sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I know somebody's going to say, you know, the sugar-free is worse for you than the regular. And you know what I say? Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, you like what you like, right?
Don't judge me.
Right.
Okay.
How's your tree coming out?
It's fine. I'm trying to figure out how I would need to slice the bark in order to start wrapping it. I have the inside of the tree of the bark.
Nobody can see that.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll put it over here. So that would be the inner part inside the branches.
Mm-hmm.
I already did that piece. So I have that situated. As far as how I need to put it, that will need sliced so I can wrap it around each branch again. But so far so good. I can get that figured out. The other part is the actual outside of the trunk itself. So I'll have to slice the bottom so I can get it over what parts of the roots will be sticking out.
Yeah.
Then wrap the trunk and take the excess up the exterior of the branches. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out now.
So
The good stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. So I'm just giving it some wear, some random. Go that way. That's where we're gonna go.
Some yuckies.
Yep. Some paint chippage.
Sorry.
character.
That's it.
Characters.
That's the ticket.
So what happened? Chewie's thing fell off.
Chewie took the cone off her head.
Oh.
She heard something outside and
Lost her shit.
kind of went a little ballistic and ripped
One
the
of
cone.
motorcycles.
No, I think we get deer through the yard, and I think she probably heard something
okay.
along those lines.
deer or critter of some sort.
Yeah,
She fucking hates that thing.
she does hate it. Then again, I don't think I'd like walking around with a cone on my fucking head either. So
The cone of shame.
Her dunce cap.
lampshade.
Always reminds me of an episode of The Simpsons when the Santa's little helper, they put a cone on his head because he broke his leg or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Grandpa goes, "The lamp's running away. So long, lamp."
That show used to be hilarious.
Mhm. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched any Simpsons.
Yeah, same.
Man, I can't believe I'm missing a piece. Son of a bitch.
You know, I do that when I'm building Lego and I get all panicked. I'm like, I'm missing a piece. I'm not gonna be able to finish this. And then I look at JD and I'm like, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't finish it. I lost a piece. And he'll like look around in the little plastic bin that I use, which was actually his idea to use little plastic bins.
Yeah,
I'll look
I'm
around in
missing.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, when I do Lego, it's usually because, they have so many different hues.
Mm-hmm.
There's like gray and black and dark gray and light gray and like I always go back and like, oh darn it, I used the black piece instead of the gray piece or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But for this, definitely missing a piece.
It stinks.
But I think I can
Have you seen those?
I can get around it.
Have you seen those savages that open all the bags at once and just pour them out on the floor and just start building?
Oh,
It says
Right,
in the
it's
instructions, don't do this.
Right. It makes me nervous
Yeah.
seeing it happen.
yeah. So Lego helps when I'm having a panic attack, but it can also
Exacerbate it.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Depending on what I'm building.
Well, I'm pretty sausage fingery, and I'll be building a model, and it's like sometimes there's like little fiddly bits. It's like, why the fuck didn't you cast this as one piece kind of deal? And like I'll drop it, and it's like, fuck, here's this $90 model or whatever it is, and I can't it's like this tiny little piece that's kind of critical, and I go through my bits box, or like I'm on the floor, like going through the carpet, it's like
Yep.
I will say one thing about this Grayskull, like, in a lot of Lego sets now, well, maybe in the past, they would give you these huge pieces to make walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is little piece by little piece I mean, they are giving you a lot of fucking building material here.
I mean,
No,
Fisher did say it took a while.
That's how they charge so much.
Well, to be honest,
it's piece count.
Yeah, but this thing is like thousands of pieces, and retail is only $250, right? Like,
Yeah,
a Lego set with this many pieces would have been like $400.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's nice about this stuff is it goes on sale. You can get this set for $60 right now on GameStop.
That makes
Seriously?
me mad.
Can you
That's
really?
where we bought it too.
What?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I might get that right now then. Huh. $60?
$60, $56, I think.
Jeez.
That's worth it.
I'm really enjoying it. I haven't built anything in a while. It's kind of fun.
But it'll just go in the pile of the stuff I haven't built that I have, because I have all of the McFarlane ones.
It's kind of
Eventually, though, it'll be fun.
It's kind of why I'm not really all that gung-ho about buying anything else right now, because like we started like remodeling the third floor, and man, do we have stuff up there.
Yeah, there's too much stuff up there right now.
We don't go up there all that often, We forget.
Stuff that you forgot about.
Yeah, I mean, you go up there, we can go shopping on the 3rd floor, not even spending money. It's like, oh, I forgot I had this. Oh, man, I really wanted that. Like, yeah.
Are we going to see you guys on an episode of Hoarders?
Probably. I'm surprised we haven't already.
No.
The garage is a fucking mess.
That's stuff that needs to be donated or thrown away. I'm thinking about contacting one of those places like We Haul Your Junk or whatever they are.
Yeah.
And just have them empty out the garage for us, because it's going to be truckloads of shit to the Goodwill, and they're not taking anything for a while. So
What if you just got a dumpster? Like, just
that's expensive around here.
Yeah,
I've priced them out. It's ridiculous.
versus having people
We
come
have
and take it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
It's probably a $200 to $300 difference.
Wow, that's wild.
I know, right?
We have a place that does it for free called like Cedar Lake Lodge. They'll come and take like donations of stuff.
Will they come to Pennsylvania and take donations?
Well, I mean, they might be there in Pennsylvania too. But Cedar Lake Lodge will do it for free because they're like a nonprofit that donates it to people.
Yeah, but you guys also have businesses that vajazzle vaginas. So, I mean,
That's right.
Pennsylvania is not quite as convenient as obviously your state.
And I can get my toys and my food in the same place.
That's
that's
something else. That's something else.
Pretty nice.
I mean, you know,
You mean your Walmarts don't have food?
ours do. Yeah. He's talking about just standard grocery stores.
Yeah, like Kroger's here does, Myers here does. You know, they sell toys and food and couches and everything. They're all Walmart here.
That's all Walmart. All the grocery stores are just like Walmart out there.
Yep.
Wow.
Women vajazzle things. They have everything's a Walmart.
Dogs and cats live together. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy out there.
I need to get my imitation crab meat and my anus bleached.
All
As it is.
all in one fell swoop.
That's right. That's right.
And while I'm here, I'll get this Marvel Legends Gwenpool.
And I think I might need this recliner. So good thing I brought the truck.
Right? Yep.
Honey, what did you do today? Well, I went to Kroger's.
And therein lies the problem.
And there lies the problem. Yep. Bleached anus, vajazzled vajayjay, a recliner, and Marvel's Gwenpool. All in one trip.
The piece I was missing was still in one of the bags. I didn't
Look
empty
at
it all away.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking, I'm on top of the world right now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It's like Christmas in the time of COVID.
That's right.
Oh my god, it's so good. I might go shotgun a beer.
Yeah, do it. We want to hear it, Brian. Do it right now. On air.
Damn, JD, I haven't been paying attention. Look at this thing. Getting it all mucked up.
I think I went a little too far with it, but it's all right, whatever.
We'll see. We'll see when
It's
it's on.
The child was checking out Dagobah.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm just taking my silver and hitting some of these spots.
Are you still down a sorceress cape, Brink?
Yep. Yeah, I'm still down to Sorcerer's Cape.
Jesus. That's not right.
Yeah, but at least I don't have a hole in my wall.
That's true. That's true.
It's
She doesn't
true.
have her cape, then fuck it. But I mean, at least you have a full wall.
You don't want Beastman creeping through there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where are we gonna put ours when we put it together? Have you thought
I
about
don't
that
know. I mean, we have a collection of Castle Grayskulls.
yet?
A plethora?
We have a plethora of Castle Grayskulls. We sure do.
There's a couple. Handful. Or
We have every version of Castle Grayskull that has ever been made, except for the little. I don't even remember what that thing was called, but Matty Collector did the. They were like the loyal subject looking characters.
Mm,
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
I think I do.
Yeah. That's the only version of Grayskull we don't have.
I have
Wow.
to say, yeah. This Mega Constructs property, they're like a godsend. Like I wanted to collect some Motu stuff, and I'd like to get a lot of it, and here they are putting it out in this small scale, and they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't. I mean they're not the Matty Collector stuff, but I like them because they're nice and small and fun, and I can put a pretty decent collection on one little.
Yep.
Kind of dig it.
They actually go together well too. It's not a terrible fit.
Yeah, we were discussing that. That's what we were talking about when
When I left.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's the conversation that you missed.
Oh. Wow, when you left, we were talking about vagina carpets.
Vagina carpets. All right.
There's a lot of vagina decorating going on. What's going on these days?
I don't know. I think
Like
people.
I like it just the way it is, man. Like I don't need doodads and bib bobs and light ups and
fake
She's
carpets.
not doing it for you, okay? She's doing it for her.
LEDs and shit.
oh. Well, if it makes her happy, then fine. I'm, like, but like
How
I'm
dare
not
you assume she's doing
saying,
it for you?
yeah.
Yeah, right. Just look at Alex following the Me Too movement. They educate you guys in Kroger's too.
Yeah.
Kroger's.
Sorry.
Just wild world, man.
It really is.
It is.
And here I am, not liking Ben Affleck and really not giving a shit about the Me Too movement.
Right.
That's why women don't like me, because I just don't agree with them.
I don't know if that's still a thing anymore, is it? I don't hear anything about it anymore.
That's because COVID's so big right now. Wait,
Yeah.
just wait.
Oh.
There are a lot
It'll
of
come
women
back.
out there who are all pissed off about the Karen thing. I'll tell you that right now.
Yep.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Why? Well, because they're named Karen, or
Yes.
Probably, yep.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And we have society has turned the name Karen into a bad word. No woman wants to be called a Karen now. I don't give a shit. Call me a Karen if I'm acting like one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Don't.
If the wig fits,
Great.
put shit on.
Exactly. Exactly.
They keep making fun of me. I've got this stylish haircut. I look like John and Kate with 8.
Oh my god.
That lady's the OG Karen.
I know, right? Is her name Karen? I can't remember. No, it's not.
No, it's Kate.
I know.
It's close enough.
I know. Poor girl. Look,
Really? Poor girl.
she's the one that decided to fuck up her hormones and have 8 kids. I don't really like. That was her choice. Yeah.
Oh.
What do you got there?
We're gonna need.
What's that?
Gonna need some more wash. It's almost empty.
Handmade wash.
You guys make your own wash?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's next level.
Dude, they make their own rust.
Yeah.
That I've heard of. Wash, like, wow. Like my wash comes in bottles like.
I mean,
that.
the washes that I use for figures, I usually use the store-bought stuff, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just what's your, like, is it just like black ink and
yeah,
you
just
know, whatever?
black paint and
water.
Water.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
until
it. It's real
it's like we have 4 different stages of wash. So there's like 4 different bottles that have like lightest to darkest kind of stages of wash.
Yeah.
Stages.
Oh,
Stages.
it goes on like this.
Look at that. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Could be a little cleaner. I
Yeah.
don't think it's really. It's a little heavy on the wear here for my taste, my opinion. I don't know.
No, I mean, this
But-
is only the first one you're making. I'm sure you'll make another one now that you've figured this out.
Mando got it at the secondhand pram shop.
And that foam getting all fucked up, that didn't really help it much either.
It's fine. I don't think it looks that bad.
It's not bad, I guess.
I'm waiting on that Hot Toys Mando.
Oh, you're getting in on that action, huh?
I pre-ordered the Beskar one and Fat Boy Mando.
Nice.
Makes me feel better about myself.
I like it.
Looks good.
So now this.
Yeah, we're gonna. Guess we can take our. It's probably a little much fabric. Yeah, it's a lot.
Cut it down. There you go.
That's pretty cool. Alex, you still waiting for your paint to dry?
He
Waiting
fell.
on the epoxy to dry still, yeah.
Epoxy.
I was gonna say he fell asleep
Yeah.
for it to dry.
It just sucks. I don't know if there's any way to speed that up, is there?
Nope.
Not that I know
That
of.
stuff takes. I mean, it usually takes a few hours.
Yeah.
I found any way to like really kind of cheat the system, like as far as glues, epoxies, or whatever. Like you end up losing some of that inherent like stickiness. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
because I tried to hit it with the hairdryer before, and it just flakes. You know, it gets
Yeah.
real. I don't know. Gets like holy texture to it.
It's porous. You mean?
Yep, porous.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. Where's he at? Put him in there. I want to see. I'm excited. I want to see it. Yeah. Do you need these?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
It worked.
Yeah.
I kind of like him better than the Hasbro guy.
This was like, I waited and waited and waited like months after, like, even when Mando was just about over, and one of the guys that I know put his sculpt out, and like I'd seen like hundreds of different sculpts, and they were
Right.
really bad looking. You know what I mean? They weren't, like, none of the detail was there at all. And then I saw this one and I'm like, that is the best fucking sculpt I have ever seen. And then I look at the way everybody paints him too. That's the other problem. Like, it's going to be really hard to see this, but
Don't hold it so close. He clears up as you back him away.
well, I was trying to get close enough so that you could actually see his eyes. Everybody just paints his eyes black.
Yeah.
It's like a dog's eye, you know what I mean? There's the outer part of it is actually white.
And they're brown.
Yeah, and his eyes are brown. I really hate that it doesn't focus.
I'm still trying to focus on the background. So that's a little better.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Still, that's why I was trying to get closer. Fill it up with my brutish, ugly hands. And they use like a really like green to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I posted a little video of this guy back when I painted him, like when I got him done. And you can actually see the fuzz on his head and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
It's pretty. Came up with an interesting way to give him the actual fuzz. It was a lot of fun to figure it out. I was like, oh my God, I'm such a genius. Myself.
I've done it.
Done it.
Yeah, he's cute.
He does look good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
If I planned it out a little bit better, I could have figured a better way to do that. But I just grabbed what I had here and whoops, it fell in there. I also have.
Now, do you guys find yourself, you're like just bombing around like wherever the dollar store and you're like, oh, I could turn that into Goku's.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
sometimes, yeah. Here we go. This one I didn't finish yet, but there he is with his cup.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Still needs some finishing details, but he looks really good. I like him.
They give it a wash and gloss his eyes and do the fur on his head. The fuzzies.
His downy pelt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure somehow to like peg them in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just like loose.
It might just be as just getting the material in there around them the right way.
Yeah.
That's all.
What do the bases of those look like? The little Yoda guys.
The bottom, like I ended up drilling them out so that I could put them on like I could put them on the. I use the little like volley sticks.
Could do a rare earth magnet.
Oh, yeah. I have a bunch of little. I mean, I just do that so that
Yep.
stays on there nice and firm.
Yep.
Yeah, I do have little teeny weeny little magnets.
Yeah, I got some of these small. They're tiny. They're like super tiny.
So yeah. So
They're,
you got your Hasbro Mando stock. He comes with like some big post that goes into his back.
yep.
The post comes like is off of the gun. So
There you go.
I drilled out where that post goes, and
Slap it right in there.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And I can move wherever. You know. Let's see if we can get this set up here. Give him a little. Oh,
Look at
nice.
that.
Wholesome.
oh,
That's what you want.
it's like a Disney movie. What?
Disney movie.
It's like a Disney movie.
Yeah. Wholesome.
But yeah.
Tons of singing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of
Yeah.
lots of good little dwarves and Jawas
Dancing.
dancing and singing and
Yeah.
was it Suka or Zupa?
Suka.
Zupa. Whatever. Cool.
The egg.
The egg. Yep.
The egg.
Mm-hmm.
Pram came out nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's decent. I'm sure there's, like I saw a couple other guys do this, and of course they probably took a lot more time doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to give people ideas. You got your little Hasbro baby Yodas now.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and grab them Easter eggs.
Yep.
Or the silly putty eggs. And go to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, fellas.
Hi.
Hi.
So you guys ready to wrap this up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wow, look at that. Fucking 2.5 hours.
Woo.
Marathon.
Cool. Well, why don't we make our way around the room here and tell everybody where you're at? We'll start with Brink.
Yo, you can find me Brinkalizer on Instagram, Brian Brink in the Realm Group on Facebook, and you can find me here a lot, hosting shows, pushing buttons,
Making moves.
making moves, pulling
Yeah.
news, robot news, all kinds of stuff.
Keeping it fresh. Keeping it tight.
I don't know about that.
No?
And you can also find me getting closer to Castle Grayskull. This is what I built.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool.
So I heard,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
dude, I
yeah.
can't wait. I want to go up. I want to dig it out right now.
And there's a monster in there.
Yes.
Is that the throne part where you would turn the throne and the trapdoor would open?
Oh, is
Is that
that
what you
why the
wind up-
throne?
Yeah,
Is that why the throne moves?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what the deal was with this thing. Like, why does it move?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll see. Once you get to the next part, it'll,
'Cause
yep.
I didn't have this as a kid, so there's a lot of gimmicks in here. I'm excited to find out about.
Yeah. So you would turn the original throne like counterclockwise or whatever, and then it releases a trap door that goes into the
Gotcha.
the dungeon. And then the monster that's in there was just a sticker
Okay.
on the floor of the dungeon. So it's like these tentacles and shit coming out of the floor. It's great. Alex, where are you at, buddy?
I'm on Facebook as Alex Riggs, and I think I'm only on Realm of Collectors now group. I think I left every other group.
Really?
Just because I'm tired of the nonsense.
Tired of the nonsense.
But then I'm on Instagram as Collecticon.
Sweet. Matt, where you at, buddy?
I'm Matt Hurd on Facebook. I don't do any of the other stuff, but I'm also on a little podcast called One Too Many Podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
So if you're willing to listen to my thick accent and my fucking nonsense, my hot takes on Tim Burton, check it out.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at?
I'm right here with you right now.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Chandra Cooper. You can find me sometimes on Instagram and sometimes on Xbox Live as Pocket Wookie. You can find me on Monday nights when I'm not dealing with my dad's child for a girlfriend on ETR. And you can find me on Thursday nights most of the time hanging out with the ladies on Total Package Podcast. Yeah. Goofing off, shenanigans and vagina carpets and whatever.
Tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. Yeah, right.
Do they have a female version of that saying?
I don't know, but I don't think Karen would be involved.
No. Okay.
Yeah, and
Tomfoolery.
Sue Foolery.
Tina Foolery.
Sally Foolery.
That's my girl's name.
Nice. And here working with JD on the ShelfGravy stuff. So, yeah. Where are you at?
Yeah. I am. Well, the only thing that really matters is ShelfGravy.
Oh,
Nobody pays attention to pigment surgery anymore.
I follow you on the thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I don't. I mean, I haven't posted anything on there forever, and like,
it's not doing tattoos right now because
I'm not tattooing at the moment, so
stuff.
I wish I had my old phone because I had a plethora of old tattoos that I did that I never posted. I probably have a bunch on my phone now that I haven't posted. I should just do that.
Should get people hyped
keep
up.
Keep the interest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sucky too because he was doing a contest, right? that
Yeah.
was gonna finish like the end of March, where somebody could have won some free tattoo work, but unfortunately,
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
okay. We'll do it. He can do it again some other time.
But life happens.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, pigment surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. JD Brocious on Facebook. ShelfGravy everywhere. We're probably 2 months out on commission work right now, so
Yeah, we got to get to work. We got tons of stuff to do.
But yeah, other than that, Tuesday nights on Breaking the Mold, and every other Wednesday here or Figga Bangin'.
Figga banging.
Alrighty.
Heck yeah. So thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks to anybody watching after the fact.
Yeah, and if there's anything you guys want to see us make or build or do while we're doing this,
Yeah,
just
please, like,
contact somebody.
put it on whatever. Put it on our page or shoot us a message or whatever for something anybody wants to see. So,
There you go.
like, to
Facebook.
build or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Instagram.
Mhm.
All right.
Cool. Well,
Let's
with that,
take this out.
let's take it out.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.